have all been following. We have taken note of a couple of things. You've seen a number of ministers move around the country talking about corruption, arresting a number of people. We have taken note of this zeal and the energy with which they are doing these things. Of course, we have been cautioning them and saying, ensure that whatever you do is within the law, so that tomorrow no one runs to court and says you operated ultra-virusly and all of that. But the very critical element herein is that we in the opposition have been vindicated. Why? For the longest we have been talking about corruption. We introduced the idea of okulabisa, talking about corruption, exposing it, and whenever we did all these different things, they labeled us names. Enemies of progress, those ones are anti-Uganda, they are against the country, they are foreign agents. They called us all manner of things, but we remained resolute. And we have been vindicated, because these same things are the ones we have been talking about. You remember the Uganda Airlines saga? People said, you man, you're malicious, it's because you are opposition. But time eventually vindicated us. Later on, they saw the things we were talking about are real. You remember the corruption at Parliament? When a number of young people rose up and we were exposing all of these different things, people said, you're agents of foreign interests, you are against our country and so on. And we said, but the real issue here is corruption. You address the issue. I may not like the individual, she may not like me, that's not the point. The point is, money was misappropriated. They said, no, this one is innocent. You people just hate her. The speaker, that is former speaker. But eventually, the same things we were saying, they saw them and they were now talking about the same issues. So we have been vindicated. And it's important for government to know, when we are talking about corruption, it's not because we hate our country. It's actually because we love our country. So we are interested in it getting better. So the ministers you see going across the country and so on, those are the same exact things we have been talking about, and they were pretending they are non-existent. Now, everybody gets to see. And that's the vindication that I'm talking about. We, of course, are interested in a serious fight against corruption. And we have been saying that if government is serious about the fight against corruption, we want to see a lot more. And that's what we have been demanding for. So yes, they'll go pick up a few people, but we want to see prosecutions. We want to see people taken to court. Then we shall know you're serious about corruption. We want to see the big shots, not just the small ones. Yes, the small ones should be taken in. This one misappropriated a bridge here, worth 50 million and so on. There are people who are stealing billions. We want them also in court. But what we see, the small ones, they will grab them at that lower level. The big ones, they'll say, this one we have forgiven, we have extended mercy. Are you really serious about the fight against corruption? Because then people will take you to be doing theater as government and government officials. We want to see the serious fight against corruption. Let's go about the power after the powerful and mighty. Then we shall know you're serious. Let's empower these anti-corruption agencies. Leave them independence to operate. You have heard many times they will tell the IGG, no, those ones you leave them alone. The other ones you can go for them. So how then you tell us you're serious about fighting corruption? You all remember the Karamoja iron sheets saga. People stole iron sheets made for Karamoja. Powerful people in government. Many of them, they were absolved and said, let's leave this one alone. Only one person is in jail, the Honorable Agnes Nandutu. Now, I'm not defending Honorable Nandutu. If she stole iron sheets, she should be held accountable. But is she the only one who stole iron sheets? There were several others. But perhaps because they're very powerful and connected, that's where they were ignored. So if you want Ugandans to believe that you are really interested in fighting corruption, let it cut across. There should be no selective application of justice. Then it ceases to be justice. There should be no selective application of the fight against corruption. Otherwise then, you're not serious about it and you are hoodwinking people, hoping they will take you serious. So, yes, the individual raids, They are okay, they can cause a bit of excitement, but in the long run, if we are serious about corruption, let's do all of this differently. Let's go after the big shots. Nobody should be left alone because they are powerful, they are connected, and they are untouchable. Otherwise, then you cannot convince us that you are serious.